This is Progress Culture. Speaking of things that I've never heard, or that one has never heard, I didn't realize that there was a point where our population hit like just 10,000 worldwide.
Right. I did a TED Talk a few years back, and one of the points I talked about was at one point in time, we know this because of our DNA. I mean, they've actually pretty much mapped the human genome within the past 5 years, and they found out that our numbers had dwindled to less than 10,000 on the entire planet. Wow. And that's amazing to me because 10,000 in one area in the entire planet, and now there's 7 billion of us. So what that tells me is that we're all closer than we realize. You know, there was I think it was an 8th grader that did a study when Obama was president. They had found out that all the presidents were related. And that kind of was like, wow, that's interesting. Either something's going on or we're a lot closer than we think. Right. And I think that's probably what it is. You know, if we looked at your DNA and we looked at mine, there is a common ancestor somewhere back there. Mm-hmm. We may go back 10 generations, we may go back 5. We don't know. But there is a common ancestor. And a lot of people don't realize it may be more recent than they think. You know, so it really doesn't matter, you know, what color you are, where you're from on the planet, we're all connected.
Right.
We're all humans.
We're all humans, yeah.
And we're beings.
That's it.
And hopefully we're trying to make things more positive for each other.
Right.
And everyone, as well as the planet that we're on.
That's true. If you look at things that way, if you look at it as, if I think of you as my brother, I'll be less apt to do bad things to you, you know, and vice versa. So I think, you know, if we think about things that way and I look at every person we meet that way as this is a potential relative, you know, we'll treat them a little differently, you know. Sure. But everyone doesn't see that, so.
Well, that sort of fits into with the work that we have done with the spirit of innovation and freedom and the spirit of jazz and democracy, was to sort of highlight those things.
Right.
As far as, you know, at this point, we spend a lot of time speaking about it in terms of just how the universe works, which is exactly what we're talking about here, too, but in a more ethereal way and in a more scientific way when we speak about thermodynamics and quantum mechanics and how these things and the infinite truths of the universe, infinite possibilities of the universe. But the idea that we're all connected and we should afford each other that value, that respect, that consideration was sort of baked and built into the work that we do and the music that we play.
Right.
The way that we utilize it in the music is that you are exploring all the different ideas as if they were all equally as valuable.
That's right.
And putting them to use for their value or creating with that, based upon that as a foundation. And the same is true, like when we talk about the sort of core values of the spirit of innovation and freedom and progress culture and the music that we play as mutual listening, open communication, positive interaction towards progress, and the exploration and embracing of different ideas and perspectives. And the spirit of jazz and democracy did that in a way that was much more focused on civic engagement, the work we do with Dr. Sybil Anderson. Mm-hmm. And she was very integral in sort of getting that program out there. We had a residency at St. Mary's College. We did some stuff at Regis in Denver and Loyola. And it was based around that idea that we should all be treating each other as if we're connected, because guess what? We absolutely are.
We are connected.
We are. You know, we're connected physically as well as mentally and spiritually. We're all connected. Right. You know, like we talked about Newton's theories and his laws of motion, you know, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but simply changes form. Mm-hmm. So the energy that's you has always been here and will always be here, you know, and so we're all connected to the universe or God, as you want to say it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's why I look at people, I think of people, they're my brothers and sisters, you know, so, you know, we're all connected and I love everyone, and that's the way I look at it.